The weather is what we are talking about with meteorologist Jeremy Lawan. Specifically, this weather impact alert just a few hours away.
Right, Scott. Now we're less than 12 hours from an icy mix that could hinder your commute tomorrow morning. So if you're traveling, if you're not one of those schools that are closed and you still have to travel to work tomorrow morning, you really want to slow down in case there's any slick spots on roadways and even on your way out to the car. There could be slick spots on the sidewalks and driveways too. That's why we have this weather impact alert in effect for your Thursday morning commute. That wintry mix, the main impact. We'll even have some snow to start off the event, especially for those of you in northeastern Pennsylvania. You've got to be very careful driving and walking too. We have a winter weather advisory in effect for the entire area, and just outside of our area, just outside of State College towards the west, there's an ice storm warning where more than a ½ inch of ice could accumulate. Now here in our area, the highest amounts will probably be close to 1/4 of an inch, but even 1/4 of an inch of ice can cause some problems for you too. Here are current temperatures. Notice how they're all below freezing in our northeastern corner. The entire column of air below 32 degrees. Now, as this system works towards us, it'll wedge a warm layer of air in between us and where the snowflakes are falling out of the cloud, causing those snowflakes to melt, turn into raindrops, and then freeze on contact when they hit the surface of the ground. That will be colder than 32 degrees. Right now it's 13 in Storuca, 16 in Thornhurst, 30 in Selinsgrove, Auburn, and Tower City, and the freezing mark right now for parts of Clinton County. There's a live look from our rooftop camera at Montage Mountain. And from one ski resort to the next, this is the live view from Blue Mountain. Lots of folks enjoying the slopes right before this winter storm arrives tomorrow morning. 24 is the current temperature here in Scranton. Winds are calm. We had a sunset tonight at 5:25. Here are your winter weather headlines. Now, tomorrow morning will be the impact. Once we get through around 9 or 10 o'clock, temperatures will steadily rise above the freezing mark, and any wintry glaze that may have occurred will melt. So this is a problem primarily before 10 o'clock in the morning. Those slick roads could be possible during the morning commute. By Thursday afternoon, we'll just have clouds hanging on, maybe an isolated sprinkle, if anything. So here's the current setup. We got those clouds starting to work their way in from west to east. Some leading bands of flurries working their way into central Pennsylvania. Taking a larger look, here's the low pressure system gaining shape. There's already those pinks, freezing rain across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, even parts of West Virginia seeing that freezing rain right now. This is going to continue to wedge itself towards us, and notice this warm front. That will put warm air between us here at the surface and where those snowflakes are falling out of the cloud 20-30,000 feet up in the air. So it'll cause those raindrops to happen, and then it'll freeze on contact as it reaches that colder layer right along the surface. Take a look at the temperature trend over the next 18 hours or so. We'll remain below the freezing mark here at the surface until at least 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. That's why this risk is for before 10 o'clock during your Thursday morning commute. But remember, right above us, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 feet, there could be a layer of air that is warmer than 32 degrees, causing those snowflakes to melt on the way down. So that's the risk of freezing rain. That's what can cause really, really difficult stopping problems when you're on roadways. If there's slick spots, it's really hard to stop, especially on bridges. So just be careful tomorrow morning. Drive slower than you normally would. Even if you don't encounter any of those icy patches, just take it easy. Take it slower than you normally would. There's a look at your future clouds and radar. We got the snow band setting up in eastern Pennsylvania as soon as 5:30. Then that wintry mix, the freezing rain overspreading the area by 5 or 6 o'clock. But it's done by 10. We just hold on to the clouds throughout the afternoon. Here are ice accumulations, possibly 1/4 of an inch for those of you south and west. Now, light glaze can cause some ice on trees and power lines, can cause some slick spots on roadways, but 1/4 inch of ice could be really problematic for you. Coated windshields and cars could have some trouble opening your door tomorrow morning, and we could have dangerous parts on bridges and roads. There is your snowfall amounts, probably less than an inch for those of you in the Valley cities in the north and east. We're not going to have too much of an issue. That's Oscar and Myra. Got them in. Very, very cute. Thank you for sending them in. As you look at your 7-day forecast, it's great to walk the pup tonight, nice and calm. Tomorrow morning, we got the risk for some freezing rain, and things will remain calm through your Friday. And Saturday into Sunday, Scott, we could be talking about another wintry mess. So if you're going to church on Sunday morning, that could be another problem for you.
All right, Jeremy, let's get through the first one.
Yes, right.
All right, we'll see you tonight.
Yep.
Thank you.